We're joined by McPhail, who's with the Winnipeg and Regional Real Estate Board. Thank you for being here today. Tell us a little bit about the landscape of 2025 and what it's brought into 2026.
Absolutely. So 2025 was actually our third busiest year on record. So that is unit sales. So how many homes and condos were sold in 2025. So we were coming off the heels of a really good year, which is really in contrast to a lot of the national headlines in Toronto, Vancouver, right, which we're seeing, they had, horrible years. We had a great year. Our prices were buoyant as well. So we're coming off of a great year into 2025 or into 2026 now. It's been a bit of a sluggish start, which is actually quite typical. Last year's start in January and February was a really hot, quick start, which is, remember the tariffs and the Trump stuff and all that that really put some pressure on the marketplace. It gave some urgency. So we saw a real quick boom in February last year. This year, it's off to a much more traditional start through January and February. But the big story right now for us is just low inventory. We just don't have enough homes for sale right now.
Mm-hmm. And what does that look like going into this new year?
Well, we're going to expect more to come to the market. We're all praying for that right now. If you're a buyer out there right now, I'm sure you want to see more inventory, more selection there for your homes. So again, with the spring market approaching, more and more inventory will come. Sales will start to pick up. We'll start to see prices rise a little bit through the spring. This happens every single year. It's like clockwork. So it's going to happen again. And that's what we're expecting for the immediate future into, hopefully, God, spring comes soon. And then hopefully, and then we'll be off and running.
But still optimistic as well, considering the success, third highest ever. That's really positive and motivating for this region.
Yeah, again, just because it's counter to those big national headlines, right? We're just inundated with Toronto and Vancouver headlines. So the thing is also, like, real estate is it's personal, right? So, how's the market? If you hear rising prices, is that, if you're a homeowner, that's just great news, right? You want to see, your equity build. If you're a home buyer, however, you're going, oh man, they'd like it, of course, to come down. So the important thing is that we're not in these doldrums where we're seeing prices plummet and there's some sort of bubble bursting here in Winnipeg. So what we see is this is healthy growth, right? Prices aren't going up 20% year over year. It's up 5 to 6%. And this year we're forecasting a little bit less than that. So these are healthy growth numbers, which is positive.